I am catching up with Vivi Saliba. Vivian, you are out of the, not to start off on a negative note, but you're out of the tournament, but there's lots of fun to be had, more tournament to play, upcoming. What's your schedule? We haven't seen you. Tell me about quarantine. Tell me everything.
So yeah, I'm out of the tournament, but still I love to travel for poker, and I'm in London, so no big deal. I'm very excited that things are getting back to normal. Austria is still a little not so free towards Corona, but Europe is opening up. So I'm planning to travel a lot this year. I have a few stops planned ahead and within the next 2 months. I really hope I can make it to Vegas and, of course, to all of the 888 Poker live stops.
Tell me, after your big final table appearance at the World Series, was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
Do you feel like that kind of put you more on the map professionally? Do you feel that kind of put a new hunger or fire in you to like really want to grind the live tournament circuit?
I always loved live poker, and that was something I was doing before as well, and I had some different success. Of course, that was my biggest score, but something that I really worked hard to achieve. So I wouldn't say put me in the map more, but of course it did feel good.
It's fun to put on the resume. Vivi, you do a lot of streaming. You're playing online. I, from time to time, pop on your Twitch. I listen to you in commentary. It's pretty amazing. I've actually just watched you grow and improve, and I'm learning so much from you. Is it exhausting? Because it's like some of us play poker just with instinct and for fun, and we don't want to do all like the numbers work. But if you want to be good and you want to have a career in poker, you should be doing that work. I see you working with solvers and different resources. Does that ever get exhausting?
Yes, it does. This is the part that is not so glamorous about being a poker player, right? It's the hard work you need to put behind the scenes. You're really going to have to study if you want to achieve high standards and if you want to accomplish big things in poker. Of course, if you just want to play for fun, you don't need to do solver work. But when you're a professional poker player and you have ambitions and you want to be really good, you will have.
Do you see those efforts and the hard work you're putting in paying off?
I do. I feel much more confident when I'm playing poker, even though the last 2 years weren't so great because of Corona. I haven't been playing that many tournaments. Also with online poker, now I'm being streaming like you mentioned, and then I am playing. I'm not 100% focused. So there are a few things I need to work in order to be able to focus just a little bit more. But when I am playing a hand, I just have more confidence and I know more what I'm doing. Before, I would be very lost. And now I know what I should do here. Things are just easier.
Does it ever get to be like, because I notice this with my game, does it ever get to be too much information that when you sit down because you have all these situations and scenarios and resources? Are you ever in a hand where you feel like there's too much going on in your brain, or does it all just eventually settle in and completely like make sense and feel instinctual?
I think with practice, you don't have much of these moments that you're just overwhelmed with so much going on. But sometimes you're playing a very difficult spot in a final table, a lot of money involved, and you may be considering so many variables that kind of will make things tricky, but it will, in the other hand, help you solve the outcome, the best outcome, and to play good.
All right, and lastly, as I mentioned, noticing you grow and enjoying listening to you, English is not your first language, and it's kind of funny to go back and watch videos from like way back when that PokerNews did with you or 888 did with you, because like you can. My question is it still hard to sit in the commentary booth, talk about poker, do these interviews? Do you feel like you're working at the language, or again, are you getting comfortable and does it kind of start to come naturally?
I got to terms that I will never speak perfect English. I can communicate. You guys will understand what I'm trying to say. I will make a lot of grammar mistakes, some pronunciation mistakes. I try not to, but it's just who I am. I've been speaking English every day for the last many years. Sometimes I even think in English, and still the mistakes, they happen. So I don't do it on purpose. I try to improve, but I don't feel that bad because I'm trying, and I think you can understand what I'm trying to say.
It doesn't, but I'm asking, does it feel hard, like when you're sitting in a commentary booth, is it hard? I'm learning Spanish right now, and so like going back and forth between the words and the language and communicating, does it feel hard, or you're getting comfortable with that?
At the beginning more, but I think just because I wasn't so familiar with doing commentary. But now it's not tougher because it is in English or another language. If it's in German, it may be a little tougher nowadays. I'm learning German, but I'm very bad. So yeah, maybe in German would be tougher.
Well, I've been enjoying, I'm just going to fangirl over you a little bit. I think you've grown so much. I literally was listening to you in the commentary booth and I was like, oh wow, like it actually made me feel like, oh wow, I think Vivi's surpassed like my level of like poker and commentary, which I think is amazing because I don't want to put in the hard work, and I think that you have. So thank you as a woman in poker you just have so many tips. I wrote down like a couple quotes recently on the Twitch stream. I was like, oh, that's a good one. So good job. Your work's paying off.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Tiffany Michelle. This is Vivian Saliba. We're at the 888 Poker Live London weekend, and you're watching Poker News.